Good afternoon again, everyone. Honorable Minister Colin Kroll, Minister of Housing and Water, Honorable Minister Susan Rodrigz, Honorable, Director of Operations, Ms. Denise Studo, Senior Management and Staff of the Central Housing and Planning Authority and the Ministry of Housing and Water, esteemed members of the media, distinguished guests, partners, and special invitees. Welcome to the media launch of the International Building Expo 2025. It is my absolute honor to welcome you to this momentous occasion, the official media launch of the International Building Expo 2025, The Road to Success. Today marks a pivotal step as we unveil the dates, the vision, and opportunities that this premier event will once again bring to Guyana, as it promises to be a transformative platform for innovation, investment, and sustainable development in Guyana's housing and construction sectors. Please join me now as I welcome Honorable Minister Susan Rodrigz, Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, to deliver the opening remarks. Minister Rodrigz.
Thank you, Permanent Secretary, Mr. Coupin, colleague Minister Kroll, members of the private sector, directors of the Central Housing and Planning Authority, staff of the Secretariat of the Ministry of Housing and Water, distinguished guests of the private sector and the media, good afternoon. This is going to be the most efficient launch that you have ever seen, and I think that the members of the media would be very happy about that this afternoon, and so too the members of the private sector who are extremely busy in this vibrant economy. So we welcome you this afternoon to the launch of International Building Expo 2025. Under the theme, The Road to Success. This year, we are keeping it extremely simple because we believe that our work in the housing sector and our work in the government across all of the sectors over the last 5 years have been efficient, and we have been able to deliver on all of the commitments on which we came to government 5 years ago. So the road to success to us is a metaphor for the developmental transformation of our country. You would recall that when Secretary Rubio was here recently, he said Guyana is not just developing, it is transforming. And you have a government in place that is ensuring that this transformation begins, and it has in the last 5 years, and that it continues in the next 5 years and long into the future. This year's expo will be bigger than the Ministry of Housing and Water. You will see exhibits, an exhibition of the growth and success in all of the sectors, including in infrastructure, health, education, agriculture, security, and of course, the tremendous success of the housing sector. The International Building Expo remains a household product. Every year at the Expo, we witness visitors in excess of over 100,000 people that would pass through this exhibition in the 4 days of its duration. Many people would say, why have the expo now? You and I know that we are very close to an election. We're less than 2 months away. So why have the expo? But we believe that the people of Guyana and the private sector of Guyana can rely on the PPPC government for stability, predictability, and consistency. These are the hallmarks of any successful enterprise or organization. And this is exactly what you get with the People's Progressive Party civic government. And I know that the private sector does its prospecting on consistency, predictability, and stability. That is essential for any good, profitable, functioning organization. And it's no different for the government. We have had a tremendous partner in the private sector in the past 5 years and in past years. We recognize the value of our private sector partners, and we ensure that the opportunity and the right atmosphere, the right environment of doing business is present and continues to produce for our private sector. The International Building Expo is renowned for providing a platform for entrepreneurs to launch new businesses, to expand existing businesses and services, and offers a unique network among industry platforms. We have built a reputation. This expo has earned a reputation of providing value to all of our partners and sponsors. Of course, the expo will feature our Dream Realize allocation and title distribution as well. Our housing sector has aimed to empower Guyanese through home ownership. We have accomplished the target that we set ourselves for these 5 years of distributing 50,000 house lots and thousands of homes to ordinary Guyanese, especially women, single women who have been the beneficiary of 47% of our entire allocations. 54% of all of the allocations made have been allocated to young people between the ages of 21 and 35. And 90% of those 50,000 lots went to low-income families. This is the legacy of the housing sector under President Irfan Ali. We have stayed true and faithful to the objectives of the housing sector, of empowering our people, and we have also stimulated the economy through our public sector investment program, investing in infrastructure, investing in a whole class of contractors, small contractors who have helped us to deliver on our infrastructure program, not only in the housing sector, but through the entire government infrastructure program. Today you would have seen a replica of the Silica City model that is here. We thought we'd allow all of the visitors and the invitees today to have a look at the 3D model. This was the model that was built in Miami through the University of Miami and Perkins and Will. This was also the model that President Ali and myself took to Silicon Valley when we presented at the University of Berkeley. And so it has finally made its way to Guyana and will be on display. It's on display now and will be on display at the Expo for Guyanese to see a scaled model of one sector, the civic sector, in Silica City. So Silica City will also be featured because it is one of those magnificent visionary projects of His Excellency. You would recall that it was since 2013 that President Ali launched Silica City and had every intention of building Guyana's first sustainable and resilient city. And we have picked up that mantle and have started the work there at Silica, and will continue to invest in the city as we continue to attract international investors as well. So this afternoon, in closing, I would like to welcome you once again to the launch of International Building Expo 2025, which will be held from August 14th to the 17th at the Guyana National Stadium. And I encourage all of the potential sponsors and participants to come on board now, as booths and packages are already being sold. As a matter of fact, I requested a report, a sales report, as at June 30th, and we have a total number of booths to the tune of 373. Out of that 373, 268 booths have already been reserved, and 122 booths have already been paid for. So when I said earlier that this expo has a reputation, this is what I mean. They didn't have to wait on us to officially launch the expo to start to express their interests and to come on board. From the moment sponsors and exhibitors, potential exhibitors, saw the billboards going up, they started to call the Secretariat to reserve and pay for their booths, because this is a premier exhibition. So come on board soon, limited spots available. And I want to end by thanking our reliable partners and sponsors. We have had a reliable group of companies that has been with us from the beginning of this expo and continues to support us every year. And that's why as soon as they got the dates, they called and reserved their spot, because they know that they're getting value for money and the opportunity for Guyanese to experience their products and services. So I would like to thank all of those small, medium, and large businesses that have been with us over the years, those reliable sponsors and partners. Thank you very much for your support over the years. And we look forward as well to the international companies that will come on board. Last year we had 24 international companies as exhibitors. And this year we will expect no less. So thank you very much, and we look forward to a successful exhibition. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister Susan Rodrigz. To set the tone for the launch, we'd now like to invite a special artiste by the name of A-Kee, who will give a magnificent performance here. Please join me in welcoming him.
The artist, and I'm gonna do a little piece for you guys, alright? Listen me. You see, for the carnival, nobody wait in the traffic jam or stay at the hospital. People ready to mass, people ready to run. 1 million be coming down, I tell you, on the road or in a party. When you're jamming on somebody, I wanna see everybody on this side. right first, right? I just want to see 1 and 2. 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 I like this side. I like this side. Build up and we take it to the stage. Now on this side, right? 1 on so on this side, 1 on this side. Let me go so. Double the ground, double the ground, double the ground, double the ground. Mash up the ground now. Tear up the ground now. Mash up the ground now. Tear up the ground now. Mash up the ground now. Tear up the ground now. Hold on. Play me a little easy, right? Play me a little easy, right? Give me a little something. So, when I heard I had to perform this song this afternoon, first I didn't really understand, right? But seeing that we put in we country and show this song makes a lot of sense, right? Because right now, I see a lot of infrastructure, I see a lot of highways, I see more homes, I see a bridge in the sky, we can call that skyway, right? But right now, I just want us to give the minister a round of applause for me, please, right now. This is a great initiative for all the time, right? Listen me. Make a decision to go out every jam. Give me the chorus again. Give me a ministry a road. Tear up, tell me mash up on the road. Build back, tell me take it to the stage. Everybody in this place, I want to see your hand for me. We taking a pump, everybody so. Double the ground, double the ground, double the ground, double the ground. Mash up the ground now. Tear up the ground now. Mash up the ground now. Tear up the ground now. Lady the pink, I see you enjoy the vibe, right? No. Listen me. Give we more. We want more. Give we more, minister. We want more. Keep giving more. We want more. I say, yeah. Everybody, I want your help, right? We encouraging the minister right now. I want to hear you say, we want more. We want more. Say it. Yeah. Give me a ministry a road. Build up them we dash up on the road. Fix up them we take it to the stage. Everybody in the place right now. One more time. Let me see Hanso. Double the ground. My name is A-Kee City Artist. I love you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Put your hands together again for A-Kee. Very lively, very upbeat. Thank you, A-Kee. Ladies and gentlemen, you would have witnessed in our country what can only be termed transformation leadership, visionary leadership, and of course, leadership from the front in the person of His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you. And through that leadership, obviously the executing agency for the housing sector and water sector is the Ministry of Housing and Water. Leading that ministry, you have just heard from Minister Susan Rodrigz, the minister within the ministry, and now you'll please join me in welcoming Honorable Minister Colin Kroll to deliver his remarks.
Thank you very much, Permanent Secretary Bistram Kupen. Recognition to Minister Susan Rodrigz, the former chairman of the Private Sector Commission, Mr. Kumar Singh, ladies and gentlemen from the media, esteemed guests, corporate sponsors, industry stakeholders, staff from the Ministry of Housing and Water and Central Housing and Planning Authority, our fellow citizens in general. Good afternoon to one and all. It is with pleasure that I join in welcoming you to this year's media launch of Building Expo 2025. And to this occasion marks the beginning of a national conversation, one that extends beyond brick and mortar, but it's about the vision. It's about the promise. It's about the pathway towards a Guyana 2030 and beyond. The theme of this year's Expo, The Road to Success, Guyana 2030 and beyond, encapsulates our collective mission to not only build physical infrastructure, but to architect a future that is inclusive, resilient, innovative, and sustainable. It is a future that is being shaped today by every investment made, every community empowered, every young person inspired. So this year's Expo is expected to be the largest, most inclusive, and transformative edition. It will be a dynamic platform where ideas and opportunities intersect, where policymakers, engineers, architects, entrepreneurs, students, and citizens alike can engage in meaningful dialogue and collaboration. It will therefore be a space where you can engage and witness to cutting-edge technology that meets traditional craftsmanship. It's where global best practices merge with local innovation and where dreams of a better living becomes tangible realities. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in an extraordinary transformation. Only a decade ago, Guyana stood on the threshold of emerging economy. Today, we're not only experiencing growth, we are shaping it. Our construction sector has become one of the fastest growing contributors to national GDP. And this momentum is evident across the landscape, from new highways and sea defense structures, to bridges, to apartment complexes, to hospitals, to schools. But our growth is not just about buildings alone, it's about people. In the housing sector, as has been said, we have delivered on our most ambitious national agenda in our history, and that is where we committed for the allocation of 50,000 house lots in 5 years. So since 2020 to date, and that's August 6th, 2020 to date, we have more than surpassed the 50,000 allocations. And very often, we also are underselling or understating, because in addition to residential house lots that are being allocated through the Ministry of Housing, Central Housing and Planning Authority, what often is not stated is also residential lots that are allocated through Guyana Lands and Survey Commission. So when one takes into consideration in 4 years, and that's not inclusive of 2025, you can easily add another 2,600 on the GLSC. So we can easily say we are way over 52,500 allocations. And so these allocations to Guyanese families across every region isn't just about ownership. It's about dignity, security, and opportunity. Through comprehensive housing schemes, and we have started over 95 new housing schemes in 4.5 years. We are delivering modern road networks, drainage systems, potable water supply, and street lighting. We are creating environments where business thrive, where children play safely, and family can plan their routes for generations to come. So as we look towards 2030 and beyond, our vision is even more ambitious. We are working towards the realization of smart and sustainable communities designed with integrated digital infrastructure, renewable energy systems, and climate-resilient buildings. We are accelerating the transition of green to green construction practices at the same time, in keeping with our low-carbon development strategy, reducing our carbon footprint while enhancing energy efficiency across these built environments. We are laying the groundwork for strategic urban centers, modern cities with balanced growth, inclusive zoning, and thriving commercial corridors. And we are investing in our people, ensuring that the next generation of architects, planners, technicians, and innovators are prepared to lead Guyana confidently into the future. Building Expo 2025 is more than a trade show. It is a national event, a celebration of Guyanese ingenuity, resourcefulness, and unity. It is a platform to showcase local manufacturers and service providers while welcoming international competitors. It is to foster meaningful partnerships between government and private enterprise and to attract investment across the globe. So to our valued partners and to our members of the media here, your role in sharing these stories, showcasing our progress, and amplifying our message cannot be overstated. You are the bridge between the progress we are making and the people we are doing it for. Even to the diaspora, we encourage you to reconnect, reinvest, return, come and witness the transformation. Your expertise, your capital, your ideas are welcome and needed as we build Guyana for all. And to the youth, know that and to the young people, know that your time is now. This expo will be an event where you can network as you are now starting your career, as well as the security of your tenure. We are opening doors to your future, and we invite you to walk through them with confidence. And to the members of the public, we urge you to participate. Visit the booths, ask questions, dream big. This is your expo, this is your Guyana, this is your future. And therefore, as Minister of Housing and Water, I am proud of how far collectively we have come. But I am even more excited about where we are going. With strong leadership, a clear vision, and united people, Guyana's road to success is not only a destination, it is a journey of purpose, progress, and pride. One that is being led by our...
You can also call telephone numbers 714-1104 or 714-2460 or local number 223-7517. You can also visit the Building Expo Secretariat of the Ministry at 41 Brickdown. The International Business Expo 2025 will be a landmark event, and we invite every Guyanese, investor, and innovator to be part of this journey. Stay tuned for more updates and mark your calendars again for July 14th to the 17th at the, August 14th to the 17th. July is stuck in my head. At this point in time, allow me to conclude or to close this session and today's launch by extending our deepest gratitude Of course, to His Excellency, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, for his visionary leadership and for many of the things that we're doing at the Ministry of Housing and Water. The Honorable Minister Susan Rodrigz, Honorable Minister Colin Kroll, and the senior management and staff of the Central Housing and Planning Authority, and also the Ministry of Housing and Water. Our media partners, your role in amplifying this event is invaluable. To our sponsors, exhibitors, and all stakeholders who believe in the potential of this expo, we thank you. And to you, our distinguished guests, we thank you also for joining today. Thank you very much. God bless you all.